Assalamualaikum everyone. In this video, I want to talk about a simple chapter in business mathematics, which is compound interest. You might wonder, what is compound interest? What is it used for? Or maybe what is the calculation to get compound interest? Right, so first thing first, let's get to know the definition of compound interest. Alright, everyone, compound interest is calculated on the original or principal value and accumulated past interest. Or in other words, compound interest is the difference between future value and principal value. Okay, there is two conditions in compound interest. Number one is investment. Compound interest is used in investment to know how much interest that we will receive. And number two is loan. Compound interest is used to know how much we will pay. You know the difference, right? The difference between the money that we will receive and the money that we will pay. Okay, let's move on to the formula of compound interest. The formula is I equals to S minus P. In condition, S is a future value and P is a principal value. So we get this formula from the definition of compound interest that said the difference between future value and principal value. So we take the future value minus the principal value and then we get the compound interest that we want to find. There's another two formula that we can use. The formula of future value, which is S equals to P in a bracket 1 plus I to the power of N. And the formula for principal value is P equals to S in a bracket 1 plus I to the power of negative N. In condition, I equals to K divided by M and N equals to MT. In a condition, I is periodic interest rate, N is nominal rate, M is frequency of conversion, N is number of interest period in the investment period, and T is the time of investment. The other name of present value, P, is invested amount, maturity amount, deposited amount, borrowed amount, present value, original principal, and initial amount. And the other name of future value is future amount, maturity value, and accumulated amount. Last but not least, there's a few situations or special cases that usually happen. Number one is withdraw some money from the account. This means that we take out the money from the account during the period of investment or loan. Alright everyone, this situation is very important because it will need us to carefully in our calculation. It may affect the amount of interest that we will receive and the amount of loan that we will pay.
Hello everyone, let us move to some example question of compound interest. Look at this question. Mariam deposited 5,300 into a saving account that earned 12% compounded monthly. How long it take for the investment to become 8,544 ringgit and 80 cents? In this question, the information that we can get is P equal to 5,300 ringgit, K equal to 12%, M is equal to 12 because they have mentioned that the investment compounded monthly. So for this question, we will use the formula S equal to P multiplied with open bracket 1 plus I close bracket to the power of N, which is S is future value, P is principal value, I is periodic interest rate, and N is number of interest period in the investment period. So we just fill the information in the question to the formula of S equal to P multiplied with in the bracket 1 plus I to the power of n, which is n equal to m times t in a condition t is time of investment and m is frequency of conversion. Firstly, 8,544.80 divided by 5,300 and we get 1.6122. In order to find t, we need to bring down the power of n using the concept of log. We just use the concept of log in both sides. Then, log 1.6122 divided by log 1.01 and the answer is 48. To get the value of t, 48 divided by 12. So, we get the final answer is 4 years. Now, look at the question B. In this question, we get the information that 4,000 is the principal value, 4% is periodic interest rate, and M is equal to 12. For this question, we can use the same formula as in the question A, which is S equal to P multiplied with, in the bracket, 1 plus I to the power of n. After fill all the information in the formula, we get the future value equal to 4,509.09. Next, we need to find new principal value by total up the value of S with the amount of money that she add to the account, which is 1,000 ringgit. And we get the answer 5,509.09. Lastly, we get the amount at the end of investment by using the formula of future value, and we get the final answer 6,726.58.
Assalamualaikum and hi, I am Aisyah Humaira binti Rosli and I'm going to explain in detail the concept of annuity and the formulas that are related to annuity. First and foremost, definition for annuity is a series of equal payments made at equal interval of time. The example for annuity is shop rental, insurance policy, and installment payments. In each case, equal payments are deposited or paid periodically over time. Number 1. Future value of ordinary annuity certain. The future value or accumulated value of an ordinary annuity certain is the sum of all the future value of the credit payments. To find the future value, we can use this formula, which is S equals to R in bracket 1 plus I to the power of n minus 1 divided by I. The interest earned or paid I from investment or loan in the annuity is given by I equals to S minus NR, where S stands for maturity value and NR stands for total payment. We must remember that the credit payment term must be equal to the frequency of conversion. For example, if the nominal rate compounded monthly, the credit payment must be monthly. If the nominal rate compounded quarterly, the credit payment must be every 3 months. Next, number 2. The present value or initial value of an ordinary annuity certain can be defined as the sum of all the present value of the credit payment. In order to find the present value, we can use the present value formula, which is A equals to R in bracket 1 minus in bracket 1 plus I to the power of n divided by I. The interest charge or earned I from investment or loan in the annuity is given by I equals to NR minus A, where A is the present value or initial value and NR is the total payment. Number 3. To find the value of credit payment R and the number of payment N, we must identify which formula that represents the situation. If we are given the future value or maturity value, we must use the future value formula, which is S equals to R in bracket 1 plus I to the power of n minus 1 divided by I. If we are given the initial value or present value, we must use the present value formula, which is A equals to R in bracket 1 minus 1 plus I to the power of negative n divided by I.
Hello everyone. Let's see some review question for annuity. Question A. Nadia purchased a car at Rm 150,000. She needs to repayment in equal monthly payment over 9 years at 7% compounded monthly. Find the equal monthly payment and the interest charge. Since the question asks to find the equal monthly payment, which is value of R, we can use the formula of present value, which is A equal to R multiplied by 1 minus in a bracket 1 plus I to the power of negative n, then divide by I. When we put it in the formula, it will be 150,000 equals to R multiplied by 1 minus in the bracket 1 plus 0.07 divided by 12 to the power of negative 108 divided by 0.07 divided by 12. Solve the one inside the bracket first. Then 150,000 divided by the answer. Then the last answer is R equals to 1,875 ringgit 94 cents. Next, the question also asks to find the interest charge. To find it, we use the formula I equal to NR minus A. After we put all the information given into the formula, we get 108 multiplied by 1,875.94 minus 150,000. And the answer is 52,601 ringgit 52 cents. Let's move to the next question. 3 years ago, Sarah deposited Rm 1,500 every 3 months into a savings account that earns an interest rate of 9% compounded quarterly. She spent the whole balance in the account to make a deposit for her registration at a private university. First question, find the deposit amount that Sarah paid for her registration at a private university. To answer this question, we must use the formula of future value, which is S equal to R multiplied by in a bracket 1 plus I to the power of n minus 1 divided by I. After we put the information given by the question into this formula, we get 1,500 multiplied by in a bracket 1 plus 0.09 divided 12 to the power of 12 minus 1 and divide by 0.09 divide 12. After calculate all, we get the answer is 20,403 ringgit 33 cents. Next, find the interest earned from her savings. We use the formula I equals to S minus NR to answer this question. After put all the information into the formula, we got 20,403 ringgit 33 cents minus 12 multiplied by 1,500. The last answer is 2,403 ringgit 33 cents. And the last question, upon studying in the university, Sarah obtained a loan of 70,000 ringgit at an interest rate of 5% compounded monthly. She promised to repay the debt through monthly installments over a period of 10 years. Determine the monthly payment amount. So, for this question, we use the same formula as question A, which is formula of present value. After put all the information, we got 70,000 equals to R multiplied by 1 minus in a bracket 1 plus 0.05 divide 12 to the power of negative 120 divide by 0.05 divide 12. We can get the last answer R equals to Rm 742 ringgit 46 cents.